No, it was not really unexpected. I mean, there had been a talk about this for quite some time.
Hello everyone, welcome to Straight Bat with Gulf News. I am Sham Krishna, with me is Gautam and Jay Prasad and Satish. We are here to discuss the latest news from the Indian cricket that skipper Virat Kohli has decided to step down from the T20 captaincy. This news has been around for a while. Today, finally, it's been revealed. He himself has revealed on Twitter. Let's look at the ramifications and what it means for Indian cricket. Gautam, was this totally unexpected?
No, it was not really unexpected. I mean, there had been a talk about this for quite some time. But I think finally, and there was a bit of a pressure to, finally look at a kind of roadmap which the Indian board mandarins are now saying. But I would question the timing of the announcement, Sham. I mean, it could have been, either way, it could have been, maybe by this, Kohli also wants to give a signal that if they end up winning the World Cup, his decision is not going to change.
Satish, what do you think this prompted the decision? Do you think, like he says, the workload is basically trying to balance the workload? Do you think it is too much of a workload because he is continuing part of the T20 team? He is only stepping down from the captaincy. So how does the workload diminish here?
There are many things, and we can spin it in many ways, Sham. One is a change of a new guard is also a good thing, because I think Kohli has been in the international scene for the last 13 years. I think, let's not forget it. He's came into the scene in 2008. So 13 years of international, it's going to take its toll, and he is 32. He's not going to get any younger, though he's fit. In a way, I think T20 is a logical step, to give up one by one. I think if you go by what Dhoni has done, he has done the same way. He has shed off, left a Test cricket first, and then he continued with the one day. So it in a way, there is a precedence to that as well. And there are a lot of other talks as well, like the Ravi Shastri going off, maybe now Dhoni coming into the picture as a mentor. There are a lot of signs that there is a clear way thinking forward, moving forward. Maybe I'm reading too much into the things, but there is a clear sign that there is a thought process going to the next step.
Jay, the next question to you, Jay. Simple thing, Satish said that this will help because he is citing the example of Dhoni, but Dhoni moved it the other way, from Test to one day to T20. Actually, T20 need less. I mean, it's a 4-hour match, and also the time you spend at the interval is less. So, how do you think this will impact his decision? Jay?
Especially in India, we have been playing too much of that. If you actually see, most part of our cricket is 2020. Like if you have bilateral tools that's happening, the highest matches that are happening are T20. So leading T20 and then again getting into the Test mode and then again getting into ODI mode, there is a lot of stress that comes along with it. He's done it very well. He's done. I think over a point of time when you've not won a big major event, like he's come close so many times in the ICC tournaments, but he's never won it. So I think after a point you realize that it's too much of hard work that goes in. Other than that, he's a fitness freak. We need to understand. So there's a lot of work outside the ground that he has to cover. So with that, the pressure on captaincy might be a little too much, though it's not affected his batting so far. Probably with age, I think you need to relax a bit to ensure that there's you can stay in the circuit for a longer period. So I think he just wants to let go a little bit of pressure from the current responsibilities. And I think we know that Rohit Sharma will very likely to replace him. And that would be a good decision because Rohit Sharma has been very successful in T20 formats, and Mumbai Indians, he's proved that in Asia Cup also here. So given that, I think this would be a good move for India, and Virat Kohli can play at ease when he is not actually handling the captaincy part.
Gautam, is Virat Kohli the natural successor?
You mean Rohit Sharma?
Rohit Sharma.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, see, there had been some.
Rohit Sharma, sorry.
Yeah, the way the Indian cricket operates and the kind of build-up that has come here. I mean, we have never believed in horses for courses policy unless Dhoni had to step out to make it. But Kohli is a big fan of Test cricket. He wants to definitely prolong his career. He has also kept he hasn't let go the entire white ball thing. He has kept the 50 overs to him, which means 2023 World Cup is there, as well as this cycle of World Test Championship is there. But having stepped down from this one, I mean, so far he had been a kind of indispensable part of all the setup. But the moment you let go of the captaincy of T20, and as Jay said that India plays so much T20 games these days. I mean, whenever you're planning a short bilateral tour, if there are 3 ODIs, at least 4 or 5 T20s or 3 T20s definitely. So we won't be surprised if he goes the Tendulkar way and also starts picking and choosing a bit, because he's in a position to do that. I mean, if he doesn't play a T20 series against West Indies or Sri Lanka, he doesn't lose out much. He's only 32 and he can definitely look at prolonging his career by another 5 to 6 years. He's a batsman.
So, Satish, do you see anybody else other than Rohit challenging the position for captaincy?
No, Sham. Rohit he's waited too long. Actually, if you look at, even he did well in the Asia Cup here in UAE. And again, just going back one step back, though it is 20 overs, the intensity with which the T20s are played, that takes a lot of toll, and the planning and everything comes in a lot. So I think going by that, the T20 is still a stressful and a very high intensity game. And I think Rohit will be the best bet, in my opinion, unless and otherwise the think tank is seeing as a Pant or somebody to take it a longer distance, because Pant has been leading Delhi and he has done well as well this year. So you never know, that could be a surprise as well, like how Dhoni came in 2007 when Indian team did badly. So anything was on the cards. So I maybe if they are looking at a longer run in the shorter format, it could be even a youngster like Pant.
Jay, what about Shreyas Iyer? Won't he make a good captain for India?
Yeah, more than Shreyas Iyer, I think given the current situation, if you're not looking into Rohit Sharma, I would still have, you said Rishabh Pant is a very good hand, but even better, I would say KL Rahul has the potential. He's been doing really well. He's been exceptionally, good with his recent this one. And I think that guy, personally, I've tracked him when I was covering Karnataka cricket, and I know he's got that mindset to take on the leadership. So probably to start off, trying to experiment the next generation. Probably you can start with KL Rahul or somebody, and then in the years to come, I'm sure Kohli will let go his other responsibilities as well. So you can start grooming youngster instead of Rohit Sharma is already. He's a senior cricketer. So if you're looking at a youngster, I think probably Pant or KL Rahul will make a good bet.
I would support. Sorry, Shab, go ahead. I would support Jay's point in one way, because Rahul, with the captaincy, his performance has improved. It's not dipped. When he took over the Punjab captaincy, he's actually done better. So just to reiterate what he said, I think Rahul is a good bet as well. Sorry,
Yeah, I think if you're looking beyond Rohit, it would be KL Rahul. That is a good one, because Pant is in his first season, and Shreyas also, I think, still raw or too early to judge. Gautam, what do you think? Was this Kohli's own decision, or was it forced on him?
See, it's difficult to say what transpired during the entire England tour, but definitely one subplot is there. That is, after the T20 World Cup, there is going to be a change at the top. And, Ravi Shastri, it is now almost, not a very well-kept secret that he is not interested in getting even another short-term extension. He is reportedly, he is tired of the kind of bubble life that he had been living for the last 1.5 to 2 years. And also, it's been, he's completing his third term. So if they look afresh, and I was looking at what, once again, the president and board secretary Jaisha had to say. They are talking about the word roadmap. So that's very interesting. I mean, like, if you have got a new setup and if you've got a split captaincy, then you're really looking at things in a more, in a little more equitable distribution of power, rather than, having everything, having all the decisions taken by one captain and the coach.
Jay, you think? Do you think this is anything to do with Kohli's aggressiveness, or India opting for a more softer approach or a more mature approach that Rohit would bring, or anybody else would bring it on that field?
No, Kohli's, the previous question you had asked that would he be under pressure, or would the BCI would put him? I don't think there would be any pressure on Kohli, because he stayed in the team and he's been one of the prominent figures in the team. I don't think he would have actually succumbed to any pressure or something like that. But the age catching up and your experience, you need to know what is best for you, especially if you want to continue in the game for a longer time. So I think probably he sat down, he's understood, he's seen how Dhoni has done it. He's actually seen his seniors, how they've done it, how they've slowly faded from the main commitment. And then given that thing, he's, I think, now understood that it's time to hand over the responsibility and make himself a little more comfortable and ease the pressure that's already going through. And we should understand that captaining Indian team is always a high pressure job. So when you're doing it for all three formats, you are really under pressure. I mean, yeah, especially when you're doing an overseas tour and one match goes wrong, the kind of pressure we go through. As we have seen that in the past, how Dhoni had suffered, they couldn't come back to India. A lot of people are against. So all these things play in your mind. So given that thing, I think after a point of time, that, okay, it's time to relax a bit and take it easy. So given in that scenario, I think I would still offer Rohit Sharma for the replacement. But if the BCI is looking at an youngster to and start training him for the next future captain, I think the names we suggested previously, I think they hold good.
Satish, Gautam just said that Shastri is not looking at another term. He would want another tour, especially given the bubble. And I've seen Dhoni has been named mentor also. So does it signify a change of guard, a complete change of guard as far as the Indian?
I think so, Sham. This could be just a prelude. This is again my gut feeling. This is just a prelude, and we are talking two things. One, we are bringing in Dhoni in a mentor role, and we are also trying to groom, and there is a roadmap for the future. So no better person than Dhoni, because I still feel that like the 2007 World Cup, T20 World Cup was a significant milestone in the annals of Indian cricket, because that's where it was proved that with a good captaincy, with a good planning, you can win things. We can win big tournaments with a amateur squad or a rookie squad, whatever you can say. I get a strong feeling that it will be a smooth transition. In my gut feeling, if Dhoni comes in, or I would even say as a Dhoni fan and a CSK fan, I would always say that he's a good person to be in the dressing room. For no reason, he is called Mr. Cool, or the cool captain. So I think it's if you're looking at it as a future, as a youngster leading the side, I think Dhoni needs to be there. And again, looking at Rohit Sharma, he is also 34. He is older than Virat Kohli. So him playing all three formats and him captaining the Indian team will be a big burden, and we will actually lose Rohit Sharma as a batsman, because he's a very, very treasured batsman and probably one of the best in the world today. So if you look at all that put together, I strongly feel it is a youngster, probably the likes of Dhoni, mentoring them and taking that forward, the team forward, basically.
So for all of us, I agree that this is something which was expected and which was coming in any case, because Rohit had previously led India in 19 T20 matches and he's done creditably well. So this has to happen. The only thing is, as long as Virat Kohli was there, Rohit is not going to lead. But now with Kohli stepping aside, the way is clear for Rohit to lead. And also, like we said earlier, if and when the BCCI wants a new leader, we have KL Rahul ready. I think all of us are pretty much agreement on that too.
Correct.
So thank you very much for watching us, and and we are pretty much clear on that. And if for more updates on cricket, please now log on to gulfnews.com and all our social media channels. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.